Ladies and gentlemen, a very good evening to you. We welcome you to a night of professional boxing. Your promoter, Mr. Murray Thompson, Fighters Factory Promotions in Blackburn, bringing you the best in boxing at the Knox Stadium. We turn back the clock, we remember to 1993 when Dave Russell captured the WBF Cruiserweight Championship of the World in centre ring here at Knox. 5 months later, Craig Trotter captured the WBF Junior Middleweight Championship of the World here at Knox. Ladies and gentlemen, your manager of the Knox Stadium, Cheryl Thomas, requests no smoking please. Ladies and gentlemen, would you welcome to ringside members of the Professional Boxing and Martial Arts Board, Chairman Ron Casey, members Bernard Balmer, Malcolm McGuinness, Robert Todd, and Secretariat Martin McCarthy. Your ringside physician, Dr. John Jury. Ladies and gentlemen, your timekeeper, Neil King, Deputy Timekeeper, Brian Membry. Your judges for the opening bout of the evening, David Wignell, Ms. Zanika Williams, and your third judge, James Boland. Your referee in charge of the action for the opening bout is Long John McCubbin. Ladies and gentlemen, the Battle of Fort Knox begins. 6 rounds of boxing in the Cruiserweight division. Ladies and gentlemen, would you welcome on my left, occupying the blue corner, second time to Victoria, originally from Mount Isa, Queensland, now based in Boulder, Kalgoorlie. 3 professional fights, 2 wins, with Murray Thompson in the corner tonight, scaling 76 kilograms, winning weight in last night at the Shamrock Inn, wearing, well, we'll call them butter trunks with a touch of red and white. Would you welcome from Western Australia, Daniel Radecker. Daniel Radecker in the blue corner. And across the ring, ladies and gentlemen, with Pat, the man from Kilmarnock, and Jim Slatter, bringing in the centre ring, a former ABL and VABA top amateur boxer, 19 bouts, 14 wins. Ladies and gentlemen, trained at the Carrington Park Drive Gymnasium. Would you welcome from Narre Warren, Victoria, making his professional debut, scaling 79.90 kilograms. Would you welcome, wearing Collingwood colours of black and white, lights out, Nick Lantouris. Lantouris. 6 rounds of boxing, Cruiserweight division, John McCubbin to give referees instructions. Opening bout on the Murray Thompson program.
Righto, boys, I'll give you your instructions in the dressing room. I want a good, clean fight. Good luck to you.
Greg Gregory assisting in the corner. Neil King, round 1.
Grab the box. Okay, ready for action here tonight at the Knoxfield Netball Centre here, and we have Daniel Radecker in the gold trunks with the white pipings, and Nick Lantouris in the black trunks and white pipings, and both boys weighing in around the light heavyweight mark. 79.9 for Lantouris and 76 kilograms for Daniel Radecker, who fought recently on the Athos Bandalaris card in Geelong. Scott Brower to my right. Expert comments here tonight, Scotty.
Yes, well, this promises to be an excellent bout. Nick, I saw him in the dressing rooms earlier, and he was very, very nervous, but he's not looking too stiff out there at the moment. That was a big concern from his corner. Pat and Jim, his trainers, said, look, we're very worried that he's going to stiffen up and be extremely nervous, but he seems to be quite loose, and his hands are up very, very high.
Certainly are. That's right. He's delivered a solar plexus punch to Radecker a moment ago, which was quite a good punch.
Whereas Radecker, on the other hand, very relaxed. I was talking to him earlier, and I said, look, how would you prefer to see the fight go? Would you like to stand back and box, or would you prefer to be walking up and be the one being more aggressive? And he said, look, to be honest, Scotty, it doesn't bother me. I'll take it as it comes, and if he wants to walk up on me, I'm prepared to go backwards, and vice versa. So he's very, very durable by the sounds of it.
Certainly sounds it, and he did fight very well. Fought Heath Stanton down on the Mandalaris card, got beaten. It was a very close fight. So he's got some experience here in Victoria. It's his second fight in Victoria. This boy's from Kalgoorlie, Radecker. at the 76 kilo mark. And Radecker delivered a straight left there, the jaw region, but Nick Lantouris came in quickly and did strike back with a scoring punch to the side of the ear hole of Radecker, Scotty.
Yeah, Nick's very, very straight punches. He fights from the peekaboo style, as we can see him using that there. So his hands are up very, very high, and then he throws straight punches, and very, very hard to see those punches coming.
I think Radecker's up on the toes a bit there, and just trying to find his mark at the moment, but he's certainly not shirking the issue there. He's right into it, and the boys are scrimmaging again, and John McCubbin, referee, has just moved in to separate them.
And as you mentioned, that
there goes the bell.
In Radecker's last fight, he had to fight Heath Stenton, and Heath Stenton's a very, very experienced Victorian fighter, and compared to Nick Lantouris tonight, who is having his first fight, so probably a far more even matchup than what his previous fight was.
Yeah, no doubt about that, and we've got to think about the Stenton situation, because he just knocked out Paul Smallman the other night in Sydney on the 8th of November on a big Sydney promotion card, which is fantastic for Heath Stenton.
That is a tremendous effort by Heath Stenton.
And in fact, I remember Howard Lee, who's currently speaking over at the other side of the ring, indicated he thought that Stenton may have been outmatched in that particular fight, but what a turn-up.
I'm sure that was a huge upset for the people in Sydney, but all of us here in Victoria know the ability and capability of Heath Stenton.
Stenton's had a good year, because he also went very close to beating Gherkin Oskin recently too, and came home very strong at Empire Theatre Windsor. Here we go for round two. How did you see that first round score-wise, Scotty? Did you make an adjustment there on the scorecard?
I gave the first round to Nick Lantouris. I thought that he landed the cleaner punches of the two.
Yes, and just got in a nice punch then, which had Radecker's head flinging backwards, but Radecker's trying to command the fight from the middle of the ring. He's now coming in hard. Oh, he got a nice slapping punch to the side of the face then, Radecker, from Lantouris. It was a good punch, Scotty.
Oh, it certainly was, and both boys are working hard, but it's just Nick's landing the cleaner punches of the two. And he's backing off, but he's still being the one that's throwing the first punch.
Kicking him off somewhat, now barging in, put the shoulder in there a little bit there into Radecker, and Radecker got split up by the referee there, got pushed away.
But very impressive, Nick, having his first fight. He's showing a bit of ring craft, and I would be, if somebody said this guy's had 3 or 4 fights, it wouldn't surprise me at all. But it's certainly his first fight.
Cool, calm, a good right hand over the top there, struck Radecker. Another scoring punch, and Radecker gets pushed back to the ropes. And Lantouris now bouncing around the middle of the ring, is looking pretty confident at the moment. He's being able to, as you said, he's getting those punches in, peekaboo style. And solar plexus punch there.
Strong body punches there by Lantouris.
And that Radecker's struggling to make a mark on Lantouris there at the moment, and his punches aren't having much effect on him at all.
Yeah, Lantouris has certainly grown in confidence this round. His hands are down a little bit, but he's working body punches, and I think that's going to be a very effective strategy in this fight, because it is 6 rounds.
Yep, no doubt about that. And the boys scrimmaging again, but Lantouris landed a couple of solar plexus punches, not very hard, didn't do any damage, but Radecker is there. And some sloppy punching there from both boys, but Radecker didn't have any punching room then. They were too close, and he was trying to throw a punch around the head region of Lantouris. Didn't really work.
Yeah, one of the things that Lantouris is doing, which is frustrating Radecker, is that he's throwing more than 1 and 2 punches. He's throwing punches in bunches. He's throwing 4, 5, 6 punch combinations.
Well, that's going to cause anyone, unless they can put the defensive mechanisms into operation, it's going to affect them. And another good round to Lantouris, Scotty.
Yeah, I gave that round to Lantouris again, so I've got him 2 points up at this stage on our unofficial card.
That's right. I'm pretty sure that'll be pretty close to what the judges will be saying here tonight at the moment, those first 2 rounds. But it's up to Daniel Radecker now, has to go up a cock here. His mentor there, Murray Thompson, is talking feverishly to him, trying to get a little bit of activity going there for Daniel at the moment. But the boy hasn't had, as I said, he's only had the 1 fight in Victoria, and not a very big career in the States. So he's got his work cut out here.
Well, this is his 4th fight, and so that certainly does give him the edge in experience. But he said that he takes every fight at this stage of his career very much as a learning curve, and he certainly would be learning a fair bit from this fight this evening, and he's probably learning round by round, and we'll probably see a big improvement in this round.
For round 3, these boys now back into action here. Lantouris in the black trunks, white pipings, and Radecker in the gold trunks with the white pipings there in the centre of the ring. And Radecker trying to command from there, but big crushing mixture there from the boys. And Lantouris launched himself into Radecker. Radecker's trying to defend himself in the blue corner off the ropes, but not having much effect. He struggled to push him off, but Lantouris bounced away, Scotty. Maybe he should have kept Radecker in that corner.
Yeah, I think that when they're in that close, that Lantouris does need the distance, and his arms are getting in the way. So probably better for Lantouris to be fighting at distance. He's landing the cleaner punches. What they've got to get Radecker doing is to take the lead. He's got to be first, and that was a good right hand by Radecker.
Oh, yes, was a good right hand. His best punch for the night, Radecker, then did score with that, but he didn't follow up on it, Scotty. Boys in a scrimmage again. McCubbin will move in. No need to. The boys split each other up then and got back into business in the middle of the ring. But Lantouris does look pretty confident. He has got a good style. I like that style. He's straight up. The gloves are up. Boys are scrimmaging again. Radecker's thrown one to the ear hole to Lantouris. All the boys are in the ropes. McCubbin's in the way, the referee, but Radecker is being hit on the ropes. Lantouris is leaning on him. There's no punching room there at all. All the heads were in there too. I saw the head go back, Scotty.
Certainly did, but not a lot of hurtful punches there. Probably Radecker had the better of it inside there.
Yeah, there wasn't much happening there, but Radecker's tried to go over the top then with the right hand in close, and the Lantouris corner were making comment to the referee about that. I didn't see anything wrong with it. And solar plexus punch by Radecker was a rib roaster, Scotty, but Lantouris launching into Radecker on the ropes, answered threefold after that initial salvo from Radecker, Scotty. Gee whiz, he's doing well.
He certainly is, but this is a far better round. And
it's a great round.
And as we said, you know, the corner sort of got into Radecker there, and Murray Thompson's got him to change a few things, and he's being a lot busier this round, and
that's the
it's
word.
Quite effective.
Oh, certainly busy.
We've got a cut now. Well, either a cut or a blood nose. No, it's certainly a cut on Lantouris, and he's hurt.
Punches being thrown by Radecker the other side of the head. The boys nearly hanging on to each other there. Lantouris had the hand over, but there is a
big
swelling.
Big cut on Lantouris' left eye.
Yeah, now it's underneath the eye, I think, is it?
I think it's over the eye, just on the underside of the eyebrow.
Now
the referee had a good look at it, but he hasn't called in the doctor, so gives the corner a chance to do some work on it. At this stage, they haven't done anything on that cut at all.
Oh, give him a drink of water there, Scotty. And
Jimmy Slatter's entering the ring now, and he'll go to work on that cut.
Oh, he needs to. We just want to run out of time here. Get that cut sorted out.
It's quite a deep cut. I had a good look at it there. It's just on the between the buds. It's right on the eyelid.
Yes, I originally thought it was on that cheekbone, but the blood must have dripped down there in the last 30 seconds of the round there, Scotty. Now, do you think that was from a punch? Was it that?
I think it was.
Cut?
Yeah, I do think it was from a punch, but it's very, very hard to tell from out here, and the referee's in the best position to tell.
Yeah, I couldn't see it myself when it actually was caused, but the referee will make a decision. Well, he didn't have to make a decision because he patched it up by the looks of it. So
I think I just heard Howard Lee mention that it was from a head clash. So
he did say that, did he? So that may be the official decision from a head clash. They were in close twice. They were and the referee has warned both fighters to watch their heads in close. He is taking notice of that, Scotty. And Radecker now in the centre of the ring, and Lantouris circling, and that eye seems to be all right at the moment, but hasn't been struck yet, so we won't know if it can stand up to the pressure as we go on. But at the moment, looks all right. Radecker's going to obviously try and aim at it. Oh, hit the ropes, Radecker, and smiled as he got out of that ropes. I think he probably thought Lantouris did a good job to get away. That was the biggest bomb Radecker had thrown all night, Scotty.
It certainly was, and
had the ring shaking.
One thing about a cut on the eyelid is that it is in an awkward spot, and it means it's unlikely to get hit again. And I think that Radecker might also have a bit of a mark on his right eye.
Yeah, well, that's interesting, that, because eye cuts can cause problems for fighters, no doubt about that. Radecker now, he's got Lantouris backing away on the ropes and put the arm round, whipped the arm round the throat region of the back of the neck of Lantouris, and now he's coming in. Radecker now moving in with a body punch, went for the over top right hand, and Lantouris was able to get out of there, got out of there nicely. He seems to be defending a bit more, Lantouris, Scotty.
Yeah, he is. He's protecting the eye and probably concentrating on the eye a little bit too much, and at the expense of his own aggression. Yeah,
that just sums it up beautifully, because I think he doesn't need to do that. Probably needs to keep attacking.
Hang on, boys. Come on, let's go.
Yeah, he certainly does. He needs to be the one that has to be the aggressor. That's what's won him certainly the first two rounds. I gave the third round a draw, but if anybody, it probably would have gone to Nick Lantouris. So he's got to keep up the aggression, because this round has been all Radecker.
It has been so far. He's been all over Lantouris, and Lantouris has been too defensive. The referee also told the boys to box and not to get in close and watch those heads again. So he's issued out two warnings virtually there. Radecker with the left hand of the solar plexus of Lantouris, and they grapple. And McCubbin is getting upset with these boys. He warned them again.
Well, Radecker was using his noggin there to try and put a bit of pressure on the eye. It was nothing, you know, it wasn't a bad headbutt, but he was just sort of nudging with his head.
Tactics creeping into the game there, Scotty, I'd say. Trying to put the pressure on, just keep the pressure there.
Well, it's just a good reminder, too, that Radecker hasn't forgotten about the eye, and it makes sure that that Nick Lantouris, it keeps him in that being defensive mode, because that has certainly worked to Radecker's advantage that round.
Well, it has. Well, Lantouris, you know, by playing a more defensive role, he let Radecker in, basically, didn't he?
Certainly did. You know, I believe that with 2 rounds to go, this is anybody's fight.
Yeah, it's, well, if we look at what we've done so far, we've probably got Lantouris a point up. So,
and with 2 rounds to go, he's got to pull at least another round out of the bag.
Yeah, well, he's got to psychologically overcome that eye problem, and he's got to go on the attack, like you mentioned before. That's very important, I think, because otherwise Radecker's his confidence is now starting to grow.
Oh, it certainly is. You can see it the way he finished off that round there, the 4th round. He was looking excellent. Yeah, well, I was impressed with his fight against Stanton, and that now goes up in estimations after Stanton's latest effort. So here we go for round 5, and now here, round 5, and Radecker in the middle of the ring, see if he can exert the pressure that he put on Lantouris from the last round, and see whether Nick Lantouris can get rid of the psychological problem, worrying about that eye. And in fact, just then he put his left glove over his eye, Scotty, when he was lining up. So he is concerned about it. He's going out of his way to protect it. And I mean, I don't blame him for protecting the eye, but not at the expense of the fight. He's got to make sure winning the fight has got to be his priority.
Well, this is the last round. It's a 6th rounder, so he doesn't have to worry about that eye now, because I think it's going to get open up that badly.
This is the 5th round.
The 5th round, sorry. My arithmetic's a bit out, but round 5, sorry, and so 2 rounds left, a round and 2/3 left, and Radecker now keeping the pressure on, and we've got some lighting problems here too, I believe. I think some lights just went out in the ring, and we certainly need a little bit more electricity in there at the moment to get the lighting situation working. And the boys are continuing. The referee hasn't stopped it, so he's happy that he's got sufficient light. And Radecker chasing Lantouris, but Lantouris probably backing back. Anyway, it came in with a big right hand, lined up Radecker. Radecker chases Lantouris, and Lantouris saying, "Have a go at me, son."
That was Lantouris' best punch for the last couple of rounds.
Oh, beautiful punch, Scotty.
Just a sign that he might be getting himself back into this fight now.
Well, it certainly is, and Radecker's now in trouble. He's been pushed into the ropes by Lantouris in a defensive mode and back in the centre of the ring, but that was a good punch prior to that by Lantouris.
Oh, it certainly was. You know, Lantouris, he's got to wake up, and that's what he's doing it now. It's taking him, it's certainly a round and a half off.
Yeah, no doubt about that. Now he's got to get into it. That eye cut might be all. Radecker hit him right on the cheekbone there, just below that cut, and Lantouris, beautiful combination coming back, but I don't think they really did any damage.
Didn't do any damage, but they were good scoring punches. And
Yes, and Radecker landed a solar plexus punch, which I think rattled his elbow. And the boys are mixing it here now beautifully, and that's a great round of boxing. Fantastic round of boxing. These boys really mixing it up. It's fantastic stuff. Here at ringside at the Knox Netball Centre, and Murray Thompson, gee whiz, he's had some fantastic promotions out here in the last 12 months, and this is looking like it's an exceptional night. But
what a start to the night.
Yes.
A fight like this when there's a huge crowd here, and everybody's really impressed by this first fight, because they're normally it's pretty quiet. People go to the bar and stuff during the first fight. Everyone's in their seat. They're just fixated on this fight.
Certainly fixated. They're having a good look at this.
And the lights outside are on. PAT 992. The lights are on in that vehicle.
Well, both corners are talking feverishly to their charges, because they're coming out now.
I've got it even, Scotty. I actually gave that last round again to Radecker just slightly. You may disagree with me, but I thought he did enough.
I thought that Lantouris landed the cleaner punches, the longer punches, the punches that were easier for the judges to see.
Yeah, he did land some beautiful punches there, so it's either going to be a case of Lantouris 1 or 2 up, or pretty close to square. So we're probably Lantouris maybe just slightly ahead, and see if Radecker can take over here. Now, here he's
a very important last round for both boys, because whoever can win this round can win the fight.
And Radecker again moves away smiling, as if to say, "You didn't hurt me, boy, I'm still here." And Lantouris got the defensive gloves up again, Scotty.
It's all very well for Radecker to smile, but it's what the judges are scoring are the punches, not the smiles.
That's a good point. No doubt about that. Oh, Radecker came in hard, but hit the elbow of Lantouris. That would have sent the electricity up the arm. No doubt about that.
Certainly would have, but unfortunately wouldn't have scored a point for him because it was caught by the elbow.
That's right. But in the throat region, then a punch from Radecker caught Lantouris in the larynx. That point, and Lantouris came back beautiful over the top right hand.
Nice left-right by Lantouris.
Well, the boys getting a little bit tired now, Scotty, too. I think those last couple of rounds took a bit out of them, but Lantouris, a referee came in, told Lantouris to move back. And he comes back hard, Lantouris there. Concedes scoring opportunities. There with the Radecker on the ropes and works away at the solar plexus. And Lantouris sensibly going on the attack towards the end of this last round. Beautifully.
He's got to pull the fight out, and that's what he's doing. He's showing a lot of courage and showing a lot of heart for a boy having his first fight, and he is...
oh, yes. 3 more scoring punches. 2 on the jaw of Radecker.
Crisp punching angle.
Radecker got through to them. Oh, yes. And Radecker with that right hand, Scotty, got through the guard of Lantouris. But Lantouris with the body punching there is going to score points. Radecker chases him and cops a beautiful punch from Lantouris on the jaw, but bounces back. Tough boy, Radecker. He never backs away. He's always forward.
Certainly is.
He's chasing his man, and he chases him there. Rushes him with the right hand into the solar plexus.
Launched that right rip, didn't he?
Oh, ever.
Great.
And a great fight. A fantastic fight. I know that last round of Lantouris, actually. So fantastic effort by both these boys, and well, I got Lantouris just ahead by a point at the end of that. Yep. Getting in the last round, you probably got him just slightly further ahead. So.
Yeah, I got him a couple of points up, but it was a tremendous fight, and you know, I think that Nick Lantouris was a credit to his trainers, Pat and Jim, with having his first fight. They prepared him exceptionally well. He was very, very fit. He stuck to his game plan. He did lose it for a little bit there in the middle rounds with the cut eye, but had enough common sense to bring it back to his fight plan, and I think that's what's been able to pull it out for him at the end of it.
No doubt about that.
It's up to the judges now, so we'll have to wait and see what they come back with.
Well, it is. You know, it's going to be interesting, but I don't think that anyone at ringside didn't think that Lantouris did enough. Certainly he did, but you just never know these days. So sometimes some of the judges see it differently, and just got to wait and see what they say, how it leads moving into the ring. A word to the promoter, Murray Thompson, who was in charge of Daniel Radecker over there for tonight, so he's quite happy with the way proceedings are going. But that was a fantastic opening to the night's card, because we've got some great fights coming up here.
Okay, at the end of the show, Brad McCarley will be announcing the best fighter of the night, who won a magnificent hamper from Ringwood Cellars. Bria will give you, well, I suppose a document to say that you've won a Christmas hamper. And the big after party at the Shamrock Inn near the corner of Colchester Road and Canterbury Road. The big after party going right through till 5 o'clock in the morning. How about a big round of applause for Daniel Radecker and Nick Lantouris. Ladies and gentlemen, we go to the scorecards, and we have unanimity. By unanimous points, you win it from the red corner, Nick Lantouris.
Well, I don't think there's going to be any doubt about that one.
Right, Stav, this whole fight there. Nick, turn around towards camera there. Well, your first pro fight. Nick, naturally nervous to get rolling, apprehensive, but you came home very strong. Congratulations.
Yeah, well, I've worked very hard for this fight, but Pat and Jim are good trainers. If it wasn't for them, I would have been on my arse in the first round. So I'd like to thank them and everybody who came here to support Victorian boxing. Well done.
Nick Lantouris.